Hey, if you can hear me, let me know, and we'll go ahead and hop into the message. Type in the comment section, push the like button, and we'll go ahead and hop into it. Okay, so listen, if you are pulled to this live, okay, or when you see these clippings, this message is for you, okay? If you want to book a reading with me, or if you want to donate to this live for the readings that you are receiving, the links are posted on this live. It should be at the top of the screen. I'm not entirely for sure how that works, but I linked them on here. So if you want to donate to this reading, by all means, you got the links. And if you want to book a reading with me, contact me on Facebook Messenger, or you can contact me on my email, divinespiritualwarrior91@gmail.com. Okay. If you are seeing this message, I started this live at 11:11. It's confirmation for somebody. Okay. You are here liberating your ancestors. This is your confirmation. Somebody just tried to call my phone. Your ancestors have been trying to contact you to give you confirmation. Okay. If you need furthermore confirmation, if you see me on this live, this is more confirmation for you to realize that you are a chosen one. If you see me, you are chosen. You are a healer. You are a seer. You are a psychic. You are a prophet. You are a starseed. You are an earth angel. Okay? You have a mission here. This bloodline of the vessel that you're living in prayed for you and called you to this home, this vessel you're living in. And I feel like you have been questioning if you're doing what it is that you're supposed to do, if you're stepping into what it is that you're meant to step into, if you are liberating your ancestors. This is your confirmation. Yes, you are. Okay. You are an individual in this vessel that you're living in that is very connected to multiple religions, multiple spiritual beliefs. There is a reason for that. You might have grew up Christian. You might have grew up with a religious foundation through your family, but your mind shifted, your energy shifted, your perspective shifted. You on this live, whoever this is being brought to, you resonate with multi-religion. I call it omnism. Look it up. Okay? Omnism is where You believe in all religion, but not all religion has a truth. There's specific information that you need. You allow multiple religions to give you the message. If it's Christianity, there's a message in there for you. If it's Buddhism, there's a message in there for you. If it's Wicca, there's a message in there for you. Whatever it is, however this resonates for you, you're pulled to multiple religions, multiple spiritual beliefs, multiple things in this world. You never decline the messages that is brought to you because you know it comes from the higher realms. Whatever message that is brought to you, you listen to it, but you dissect it. You don't allow the control of that set religion to keep you trapped. There's a reason for it, though. Okay. Again, the ancestors in this bloodline called for you, prayed for you, chanted for you, manifested you. Because they knew they could only get so far to what it is that they were meant to do in this bloodline that you're living in. And it's not that they were weak. They just knew that they could only go so far. Okay? And when they prayed for you, you heard the call. You're not from here. You are not from here. If you're seeing me, you're chosen. You are not from Earth. It's giving very much, look, my phone just buzzed. It's giving very much Earth Angel. It's giving very much Starseed. It's giving very much Goddess, God. Okay? You're not from here. You were in this world in the vessel that you chose to come in and answer the call, but you're not from here. That's why you're always looking up at the stars. That's why you always felt like the black sheep. That's why you always felt like you were craving something greater than this life that you're living, because you miss home. Okay? I feel like somebody needed that message. But nevertheless, you need a confirmation if you're liberating your ancestors that the answer to your question is yes. Look at that. Yes, you are. And you know why? Because the belief system you have. Okay, now one thing that kept running through my mind is you're not like everybody. You can't do what everybody else does. And it goes both ways. You can't do what everybody else does. You do what everybody else does and you get in trouble. You get sat down. You get taught a lesson. But also, this coincides with this message. You take particular things from a particular belief and you mold it as your own. You know why? Because there's ancestors that are guiding you through these set beliefs to help you with what it is that you need help with, to give you guidance from what you need guidance with. Whatever protection tools you're using, whatever spiritual tools you're using, whatever meditation you're using, whatever messages you're receiving. But I need you to truly hear me when I say this. Some of these ancestors that have went to the other realms, okay, crossed over, some of them are stuck in limbo because they have felt, right, that because they didn't do what was taught to them growing up, they're being harmed for it, judged for it, right? And this is another reason why you're in this vessel, because you're showing these ancestors that felt like they done something wrong. You're showing them through you that you're not even doing all of whatever the set religion or belief system is that they've done full-heartedly. They lived their life to this set religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs. And here you come in this vessel, right? And you don't even do half of the stuff that they do. And they're realizing like, dang, so I'm not in trouble for this. I didn't do anything wrong, right? It's like Whoever it is that you believe in, it's like respect the belief, right? Respect the spirits that are a part of that spiritual foundation. Do not disrespect them, right? Because you're not here to disrespect their beliefs, right? But respect the traditions. But you're not supposed to be following all the traditions, because to follow all the traditions, you, divine being in this vessel, falls in the control of that set belief. You're here to break chains. You're here to set liberation. Respect the beliefs, respect the tradition, but you're not meant to fall in line of the control of the tradition. There are certain things in these traditions, in these spiritual practices, that you're meant to take for protection, like if it's dabbling in tarot, oracle, Reiki, right? But you got messages from the higher realms, energy from the higher realms that you're bringing down to this earth that nobody's ever even imagined before. To fall in line with that set belief, you are underneath the control of that set belief. There is a reason why you believe in multiple religions for a reason. Multiple spiritual practice for a reason. However this resonates for you. There's a reason why it's like that. Because you're not meant to be controlled by any of them. There's information, there's spiritual tools, there's spiritual practices that these ancestors and those from the higher realms that are helping you with. Okay? They're saying, do not disrespect the spirits of the practice. But you're showing the spirits of the practice, your ancestors, that practice this practice, that even you're not following the whole tradition, and you're still getting helped. You're still getting protected. You're showing these ancestors, by doing what it is that you're doing, you're setting them free, because these ancestors are trapped in limbo thinking, damn, I should have stayed with Christianity. Damn, I should have stayed with my spiritual practice. Damn, maybe I shouldn't have went as hard as I went. Damn, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. And then here you come in this vessel, divine being, earth angel, chosen one, star seed, and show these ancestors by what you're doing. They're not trapped. They're just trapping themselves in their own limbo, and you're setting them free by being your authentic self. Okay. This is why you get the message all the time. By continue to be your authentic self. Continue to be you. You are not of this world. You were in this world, right? Do not allow this world to control you. You are not who the world's told you to be. You are who you are remembering. This is why you get these messages all the time. Because you're not meant to follow what your ancestors done. How can you liberate them if you follow their path? How can you do what you came here to do if you follow what they done? And it's not disrespecting these ancestors. It's showing them through your authenticity by you following higher realms advice. And not that they wasn't. It's not that they wasn't. But somewhere along the way, somebody has put a control pattern in their mind. I can't even think of the word right now. Somebody told them along their journey that if they didn't do it this way, or that if they did something different, harm would come to them, or they would never be forgiven, or it's sin, or you doing this is not a part of what we know. You can't go on your own. Like something to that effect, right? Programming. Thank you. Somebody put in their mind some type of programming, subliminal brainwash. And when they crossed over, it stuck. And you're here liberating them. They're setting these ancestors free by you being your authentic self. This is why you get these messages all the time. This is why you get told, be your authentic self. Listen, when you're in hermit mode, they completely cut you off from listening to what anybody else has to say. This is why I come and tell you guys. Listen, at the end of the day, okay? And I go to people when I need a reading. You know what I mean? When it's divine timing, okay? This is your sign, right? If you want to book a reading with me, book it. You know what I'm here to lead you, guide you, direct you into whatever way, whoever it is that you believe in wants me to lead you, guide you, and direct you. Links right up there in the bio. Links is on the description of this video. I'm here, right? But also, too, you need to tap into the gift that you have. I'm here for when it's confusion. Okay? I'm here when you need the guidance and you don't know what's going on and you can't hear and you can't listen. And you're just in a stage of disruption. That's what I'm here for. But you have it within inside you too. You're powerful too. Start using your spiritual tools, man. This is why you keep getting told what you're being told. You have a destiny here. You need to be your authentic self. Okay? You need to be who it is that this divine being in this vessel was born to be. You break chains. You are a generational curse breaker. You cause the disruption. Okay? And when you're not in your healing journey, disruption is caused within you to wake you up. Okay? This is why you're being told to step into your powers, your gifts, and your magic. Because you have a destiny here. You being your authentic self and not doing what this matrix is pushing everybody to do, you walking in a different direction than when everybody else is walking, is liberating your ancestors. There are ancestors in this bloodline that you're living in that surrendered. When the times got tough, when it got hot, they surrendered because of the programming that was pushed onto them. And it's not that they were weak. They were not weak. These ancestors, far from weak. These ancestors, powerful. You hear me? Powerful. I feel like their family got used against them. Okay? I feel like their family was used against them. Children. That if they didn't do what it is that they were told to do, something was going to happen to their family members. Something was going to happen to the bloodline. Okay? Riches was going to be taken away from them. Money was going to be taken away from them. Stature in the public eye was going to be taken away from them. And again, they're not weak. I'm going to say it again. They were not weak. They were powerful as fuck. But they're just like you. You wear your heart on your sleeve. Okay? I feel like this is another reason why your isolation, your healing modes, whatever it is, like if you're seeing this video, this resonates so much. Like you've been in isolation after isolation, hermit mode after hermit mode, healing after healing. You know what I mean? This is going to give you further confirmation. There's a reason for that. You need to hone in and tap into the divine, higher realms. If it's Yahweh, Yahweh. If it's goddesses and gods, goddesses and gods. Egyptian, okay, Greek, okay, African Orishas, okay, however this resonates for you, okay, star seeds, archangels, however this resonates for you, your ancestors, however this resonates for you, you're meant to tap into it. You've been tapping into it, and if you haven't, this is your confirmation. This is a part of your isolation. You need to hone into the true divine connection that is leading you, guiding you, and directing you. But again, these ancestors that you were liberating surrendered. But in the midst of their surrender, they're like, listen, I can't go any further. Send somebody into this bloodline that can finish this mission. I can't go any further because there were things that were being used against them. Okay. That's not your burden to carry. This is why I say you respect the spirits of whatever practices you are pulling whatever from, right? Respect them. Don't go in there and like, oh, I'm just going to grab up everything and then it's mine. No, respect the spirits of whatever practices you're practicing. Respect them. Okay? But you're showing the spirits of them practices that you're practicing. You're here to liberate them. Okay? These are not your burdens to carry. You're not meant to follow one set tradition and be trapped in the control of it. You're not here to be controlled. That has always been your destiny in every lifetime. Control, no. Why do you think you're not a part of this matrix system? Why do you think that you're not trapped in the delusions of being controlled? Why do you think you're not doing what everybody else is doing? Why do you think you always felt like you were the black sheep? Why do you think that you always felt like the oddball? You used to do those things, but you broke free from it. And now you feel alone. Now you feel like you're not a part of the crowd, or either that you're in peace. Right? There's a reason for that. Those burdens that these ancestors carried were not meant for you to carry. You were meant to break them free from what they carried and from what they had to surrender to. Okay? You're not here for surrender. The only thing that you surrender to is the divine, the higher realms, and those that are connected to those higher realms that are guiding you, leading you, directing you. Okay? And your ancestors is one of them. Okay? Multiple ancestors. Okay? Millions. Listen, you're here to fight for your purpose, for your destiny. Okay? I feel for so long, you were a person that fought to prove yourself to individuals. To prove your point. To prove that you are not who they say you are. You don't do that now. Or you're working to not doing it anymore. You're going within and you're fighting for your purpose. That's why these isolations is happening. That's why these hermit modes is happening. Because when people expect you to show up, when they're putting you on a battlefield, guess who shows up for you? Who you're connecting to. Right? And these fire keeps coming up. So something to do with fire sign, fire keeps coming up. Because look, there's fire in this background too. Fire keeps coming up. Maybe you're a fire sign. Or a fire sign is in your chart. Something to do with passion. You gotta be passionate. However this fire sign resonates in your chart. You gotta be passionate about your mission. And you definitely give that type of energy. You're definitely, whatever you set your mind to, you are very passionate about it. Very passionate about it. This is why this isolation happens, because your spiritual team or whoever it is that you believe in, right, is showing you, like, don't be passionate about proving yourself to anybody. For what? It's what you've always been accustomed to. You've been definitely like a person that got that dog in you, right? To where you're very outspoken. You've been very passionate. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to tell them how I feel. And I'm going to say how I say. And I'm going to do it when I want to do it. And I'm going to do it whenever I want to do it. I don't care. I'm going to do it. Right? That type of energy. These isolations have hermit modes, healing. However this resonates for you has been putting you in a mindset of taking that passion and going within, not without. Internally, not externally, because again, when it comes to this, you're not showing up when people want you to show up. The divine shows up and proves a point. You don't have to. But in turn, with this being said and done, you're liberating your ancestors, because there's ancestors in this bloodline that used to do it too. There's ancestors in this bloodline of the vessel you're living in that used to do it too. Very outspoken. Very outspoken, and they didn't give a damn. Okay, did not care. You will hear them. This is the energy they're getting. Like, they know I'm talking to them. They know. They hear me. Yeah. They're going to act like they don't hear me, but they do. Right? That's the type of energy that it was when it came to individuals messing with them. They did not care. They would prove their point. Scream to the tops of mountains to prove their point. That's not a bad thing. Right? But that passion was ignited in this vessel that you're living in, because you're supposed to take that passion and go within to prove your point to yourself. Whoever it is that you believe in is proving points to individuals that are considering themselves your enemies, that is considering themselves competition to you, that are considering themselves as putting themselves on a pedestal in front of your face to shame you, to belittle you, to downgrade you or something like that. It's like a humiliation ritual is what they're giving, right? And these ancestors that are in this vessel that you're connected to have been through the same thing. Where do you think this surrender comes from? This goes in depths of liberation. There's not just one ancestor you're liberating. There's many. And by you doing what it is you came down here to do, by being your authentic self, working on what it is that you need to work on internally, healing, growing, setting yourself free, not acting on old patterns and behaviors, not doing what your ancestors already done, spiritual birth and confirmation, you came down here to create change in this bloodline. Right? And by doing so, you're liberating these ancestors. By doing something differently and that this bloodline's never done. You are the change. You are the way maker. Okay? If this message resonates with you, hit the like button. Follow me if you're new. Share the video, because there's another person that needs to hear this message. Not just you. It was brought to you for a reason, and there's somebody else that you know that needs to hear it too. Listen, you already know what the fuck is going on. You already know what is going on. There's emotions that you feel in your energy and motion, right? And you're like, I know damn well that ain't my shit. I know that ain't my shit. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. I know it ain't my shit. Not all the times it's spiritual attacks. You got ancestors that are getting very fucking upset and pissed with individuals that is harming you the way that they're harming you, but also at the same time too, you feel energies of disappointment. You feel energies of not feeling good enough. You feel energies of fear, right? Of something that you have never done in this lifetime. That fear is coming from an ancestor that's already encountered this before. And when it came to the part where they wasn't fucking supposed to surrender, they stopped. Not all of it's spiritual attacks. This divine being, you that is living in this vessel, is connected, this vessel, to all their ancestors in their bloodline. Your bloodline. So you're going to feel every emotion. Because you're a powerful being. You will feel happiness, sadness, joy, anger, rage, but you got to tune into what's inside yourself so you can know your own energy and you can know what the fuck is going on. So you can know what the fuck is going on. Look at that crown. So you can know what's going on. Empress. And that's not gender specific. Okay? You've dealt with the betrayal. You've dealt with the lies and deceit. So is these ancestors. You think, and I promise you, anytime you guys see my messages, I always tell you, or it's been in the videos, history and repeat. This happens in so many forms. With the star seeds, with what you're doing in this vessel, what your ancestors had to deal with. This is history and repeat, but you're here to break the burdens that your ancestors had to carry. You're not meant to carry them. You're here to push through the surrender that they surrendered to, because you're not here to surrender. These betrayals, you had to go through the same thing that they went through, because guess what? When you act differently than what they did, when you do differently than what they did, guess what happens? Liberation. History and repeat. These ancestors are seeing through your eyes, your soul, your body, the same thing that they went through. Okay? And it might not seem like it to you. It might not feel like it to you. And that's okay. Hone in and you'll see. Tap in and you'll see. Your liberation goes in so many forms, it's not even funny. You're reliving what your ancestors went through. Especially when you were a teenager. Message. Especially when you were a teenager. Okay? There's a train horn blowing in the background. That's confirmation for somebody. Okay? Listen, you are here planting seeds in this bloodline to create change. You are here planting seeds in this bloodline of abundance, prosperity, liberation, freedom. Okay? You, the vessel in this, or the divine being in this vessel, you, they prayed for you, you came. Okay? You are here to do something different that nobody in your bloodline has ever done. And you second guess yourself all the time. Right? Like you'll see the signs, you'll see the messages, you'll see the synchronicities. You'll see the messages coming up on your For You page, the videos. And you decline it. Especially when you're going through breaking generational curses. You're like, nah, it's not for me. No, what it is, and you're supposed to be getting off of the phone, meditating, and honing into what it is that you're supposed to hone into. Get the messages that you're supposed to get so there's no confusion, no distortion. And then you go for the messages, and then you go seek guidance, and then you hit me up and get more confirmation. Right? You have to go within and get the confirmation yourself. And then when you're not sure, right? You'll be sure, but listen, everybody goes through the stages of when it's like, I don't know, right? The more you hone in to meditating, the more you hone into grounding, the more you hone into getting the information from the divine, the higher realms, whoever it is that's leading you, guiding you, directing you, and protecting you, right? You'll get the confirmation. Okay? If you need more clarity, you'll go to those that are helping you. You'll go to the ones that you're booking reading with. You'll go to me and get the confirmation is that you need. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all, okay? But you're here to plant seeds. You're here to do something differently. You, me, chosen ones. Our bloodlines of these vessels prayed for change, and here we are. Okay. Look at that. What the fuck did I just say? Confirmation. You're here to do healing in this bloodline that nobody's ever done. You're here to create change that nobody's ever done. Nobody. Not one single solitary person in your bloodline is doing what you are here to do. You are the first. The healing began with you. The generational curse ends with you. You have major shoes to fill, but baby, you're the one that's going to fill them. Yes, there will be dark nights of the soul. Stop thinking when you go through these dark nights of the soul, you're not getting the information you need. Stop thinking that. When you go through the dark nights of your soul and there's confusion, book with me. Contact me. Message me on Facebook. Message me on my email. Okay? If you can't hone into what it is you need to hone in, I'm here. Your spiritual team is here guiding you. You're not doing this alone. We all go through this shit. Every single last one of us. Okay? We all have dark nights of the soul. Okay? But look at that. They're howling at you. Still giving you messages. Look at that. Both of them. Boom. Boom. Still giving you messages. Okay? Stop second guessing your journey. Look at that. Beautiful. You come into this world to create beauty, to create change, to bring beautiful frequencies into this realm. Okay? You have come in here to do something different than nobody in your bloodline has ever done. You. Okay? You weren't just here to be born in this generational bloodline that you're living in just to be born. You weren't here to be trapped in a society. You weren't here to be controlled by the matrix. You weren't here to follow steps that your ancestors done. And again, they're not weak. You have a destiny to fulfill. You. Okay? Realize the ancestors that you are liberating by being you. Your authentic you. Somebody just came in. Birds of a feather flock together. Okay? That's why you're not hanging around the people that you're around, that you used to hang around anymore. That's why you're not hanging out with people at your job. That's why you're not hanging around your family members. That's why you're not in these relationships that you used to be in. There's a reason for everything. You become who you hang around if you are not honing in to your true purpose. All this is for awareness. You come from many planets. Look at that. Star seed. You. This card came out yesterday. You're always looking at the stars. Always looking at the sky. Always longing for a home because you know you are not from here. You know you're not from here. You've never felt like you were from Earth. You always felt like you were from a different world, a different timeline. Okay? You were very imaginative as a child. Very imaginative as a child. You had a big imagination. Okay. Probably played Dungeons and Dragons or played being at the park, pretending like you were in a castle, standing on the jungle gym, right? Like it's giving that type of energy. You had a big imagination, but I'm here to tell you that wasn't imagination. You were tapping into the past versions of yourself. You were a king in one life. You were a queen in one life. You were a pharaoh in one life. Okay? Prophet. Okay? You're also getting awareness of these ancestors that you are liberating in this bloodline. When fear comes up, when it comes to certain situations of things that you are stepping into, right? It's because there's an ancestor in your bloodline that's done it and surrendered and did not continue to step forward, did not continue to do what it is that needed to be done. Okay? Pay attention to your energy and motion. 9 times out of 10, let me not say 9 times out of 10. There are sometimes if not half of the time, that your energy emotion is getting attacked, right? To make you confused on the messages that is being pushed in your energy emotion to do whatever it is that you need to do, say whatever it is that you need to say, be who it is that you need to be, pass the messages that you need to pass, channel messages that you're getting, downloads that you're getting, dreams that you're getting, visions that you're getting, right? But also in this energy emotion is connecting you to the ancestors in your bloodline. You don't have these clairs for no reason. You're not gifted for no reason. This divine being, when it's connected to you in this vessel, you are connected to past lives, future lives that you had lived in. I'm telling you, time is lineal. Not lineal. Time doesn't exist to this divine being. The divine being that resides within you is the time. Been in the past, been in the future, in many different avatars, humans, vessels. This ain't the first vessel that you embodied. So with this divine being in your body, time is you. And when the divine being is connected to this vessel, divine being you, that is connected to this vessel, you are connected to many avatars that are in this lineage. Okay. And they're also giving me an image, right, of the time frame of like, you're giving the energy, okay, you've like old school movies and stuff like that. Like you've been pulled to like John Dillinger times, Bonnie and Clyde times. What else? Like those times where like, I don't even know what that is. 1930s, maybe 1940s, 30s, maybe. I'm not entirely something like that. You get put to that time frame for a reason. There's a reason for that. You get put in the times earlier than that too. Like you watch Pirates of the Caribbean. Like you like stuff like that. You like stuff about like mermaids. You like stuff about pirates. You like stuff about watching TV shows of people finding like history, boats, technology. Like you've been dived into that stuff for a reason, because I'm telling you, it's connecting you to the time frame of the ancestor that you're connecting to, that is guiding you. Okay. You are already liberating your ancestors. Stop second guessing yourself. Okay? Because of the higher consciousness that you're bringing into this bloodline through you. Okay? For the growing that you're doing, the elevating that you're doing. You're liberating your ancestors. You. The joy that you bring, the energy you bring when you step into the room. Look at that. You are connected to higher realms. Look at that star seed energy around you. Like, baby, you are not to be played with. You have a destiny here. You're not here to be controlled. Okay? You are definitely an old soul. Definitely an old soul. Been here many lifetimes. Look at that. You are literally connected to the doors of the infinite. Time doesn't exist to you. The divine being that is living in the vessel that you're in, time don't exist to you. Because you can travel to it anytime you want to. You can connect to any ancestor in this bloodline if you want to. You can travel to the time frame that they were born in if you want to. Time doesn't mean shit to you, this divine being that's living in this body. Okay. You look, this is confirmation. I promise you, I can't make this up. You are setting the ancestors free in this bloodline. You're setting them free, releasing them from the chains that have been holding them and binding them to this realm. You, Earth Angel, look at that. Through you, you are setting them free. You. And let me show you this shit. When you get betrayed, when you go through what you go through, you're literally going through the same thing your ancestors went through and you do something different. You go through the same thing they went through and you do something different. This is history and repeat through you. Okay. Look, I can't make this shit up. Wasn't this just on the bottom of my deck? The doors of infinite are open to you. Doors of infinite knowledge. Doors of infinite abundance. Doors of infinite prosperity. Doors of infinite money. Doors of infinite timelines. Because of who you are. Because of who you're connected to. Because of where you came from. Chosen one. Divine being. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And you've came down to plant seeds in this bloodline you're living in. To plant seeds to those that come into your reality as you heal, grow, and evolve, and elevate and ascend. You came down from the heavens, literally appeared from the clouds to plant seeds with your frequency. You. Why do you think you go through the stuff that you go through? You thought being a chosen one was easy? No. It's not. It's not easy. Trials, tribulations, spiritual attacks. It ain't easy. And you're starting to become aware of that. If you're not, baby, this is not a game. The favor you have on your life, it does not say the weapons will not form. Weapons will form, but they will not prosper. It did not say the weapons won't form. Baby. When I tell you, this ain't a game. Okay. You thought this was going to be easy? The divine from the higher realms was like, experience mode. Experienced. You're like, damn, here we go. And I promise you can only laugh to keep the tears from coming. You hear me? I promise you, your life has not been easy. Your life has not been easy. Okay? It wasn't born to be. Because the divine being that you hold within you, life and every lifetime that they've been in was not easy. Because the power you hold, the destiny you hold, okay? Has not ever been easy. Give y'all some protection up in here. Yeah. Get them low vibrational entities out of here. Pim, 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 pim. Fuck back. Come in here like motherfucking Merlin. Whoop pow. Fuck back. Shit. Bibbity bobbity boo. Bitch. But again, your life hasn't been easy. That's the reason why you went through the stuff that you went through. That's why the stuff that you keep going through is what you're going through. Because, baby, you have a calling over your life. You're here liberating individuals by you just being, by just you existing, by you just stepping into the true frequency that you harbor and embody within you. That's why these attacks come. But guess what? Your spiritual team tells you, whoever it is that you believe in tells you, go within. Don't worry, we got you. You've been proving yourself to people your whole entire life. Don't worry, we got you. Go within. They're literally telling you, go grow, go heal, go evolve. We got this. You don't need to prove shit. You don't need to prove nothing. But again, this is also happening through you because your ancestors went through the same shit. Your ancestors went through the same shit. Why do you think they called for you? And it wasn't the name of this vessel you're living in. It wasn't, oh, call them down here so I can get help. It was like, no, pleading. Please send someone down here. I need guidance. I need help. I need protection. Break my family of this generational curse. Break my family from the chains that hold them tight. Break my family from whatever this curse is, whatever demonic spirit we're dealing with, whatever low vibrational entity we're dealing with, whatever it is. We need to be broken free. And here you came in this vessel. You heard the calling, you answered it. Okay. Believe in your journey. Believe in your destiny. Again, ascending from the clouds. This is you in a human body. This is you. Infinite. Oh my fucking God. Infinite. You. That is you in a human body. Okay? Believe in your dreams. Believe in this healing. Believe in the calling you have over your life. This is you. Look how tall you are. Look how powerful you are. Look how magical you are. You're connected to the heavens. Believe in your journey. Believe in your destiny. Believe in the calling you have over your life. You are infinite. Look at that. Infinite. Infinity symbol. Infinite. Powerful. Look at that. You come from the heavens. You talk to the heavens. You communicate with the heavens. Higher consciousness comes from the heavens. Always protecting you. Always leading you. Always guiding you. Always directing you. Always giving you positive energy. And here you are releasing these ancestors of these bloodline. Liberating them. I'm telling you. Y'all better listen. Y'all better hit them likes. Y'all better share this message. If you're new here, y'all better follow. I'm talking to you, baby. Listen. This is a part of your destiny. You're already liberating these ancestors. Look at that. This is what you're birthing into this bloodline. Don't allow the picture to fool you. Feel the energy of it. Look at that. You bring heaven to earth through you. You were called upon, and here you are. Stop second guessing your journey. Stop second guessing your power. Stop second guessing your magic. Stop second guessing your healing. You have a calling. Oh my God. You have a calling over your life. This light keeps showing up. Look at this. Light. 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 Look at that. Light. Look at that. Even when you're liberating your ancestors, light, it always surrounds you. Even in the dark night of your soul, you are the light. And you still get guidance. You are the moon. You are the power. You are the secret weapon that has been hidden in plain sight. You are the light. Look at that. This is your confirmation. Stop second guessing your journey. When these fears come up, or when you get anxiety about something that you're doing, that you're, look, temptation is sacrifice. When you are stepping into something that brings you anxiety, when you step into something that brings you fear, these ancestors were tempted to do something different, and they took the temptation because they were threatened. They were threatened. Family members threatened. Okay? They weren't weak. They were tempted to do something different and threatened. That's why that fear comes up. That's why this anxiety comes up. Because you're stepping into a past history through this vessel that your ancestors did. And they were tempted and threatened. And you're stepping right through it and you're showing them, dude, it's okay. You're fine. You're not judged. I'm doing it. You're doing it on a spiritual level. Like you're showing these ancestors that it is okay. They can move forward. They can go to the great beyond if that's what you want to consider. They can go to heaven if that's what you want to consider it. Peace. Okay? Some of them stay here and still protect you anyways. Some of them, after you liberate them, they stay here. They're like, yeah, listen, I'll go to wherever it is that I need to go. I'll get the healing, whatever it is that I need to get. But I'm still here by your side. Like, they ain't taking that. Listen, they're not playing about you. There are warrior ancestors that are not playing about you. Benevolent ancestors that are not playing about you. Ancestors that you have liberated, that have been tempted, that have been threatened. And they see you stepping through it. And they come in and help you from the heavens. Okay? Is that water? Yeah, see, I told you, energy and motion. I told you, they're showing you through your energy and motion what the fuck is going on. What they dealt with. This is a history and repeat. You're not living in the time frame that they have lived in, okay? You are tapping into their energy of what they dealt with, and you're breaking the generational curse by stepping into what they could not step into. Because of fear. Because they were tempted to do something different, and they did it because they were threatened. That's a part of the generational curse. This is it. Generational curse. Threatened. And again, they keep coming in. We're not weak. We're not weak. Family was threatened. Life was threatened. Job was threatened. Finances was threatened. Some of them, okay, look at that. Some of them are what people call illegal aliens. Immigrants. Look at that. Threatened to be put back home where they came from. And they listened to the temptation and didn't do what they came here to do. Threatened. And again, these people, these ancestors of yours is like, listen, we were not weak. Very powerful. Had an abundant life, had money, famous. You put two and two together. Famous. Put two and two together. Like that. What did I say? Yeah. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay? You're here for material harvest. And when it comes to that material harvest, there will be temptation. Right? Because look at that apple. There will be temptation. Look at that apple. To make you use whatever material harvest you're about to obtain or that you already obtained, to use it to not 1212 on my clock. Angel number 1212, that might resonate for somebody. To use this material harvest, what you planted from this door of infinite abundance. Look at that. What you're planning. Temptation will be brought to you to invest in something that's not going to bring forth fruits of labor. Oh, look at this shit. It's confirmation. Look at this shit. This falls on top of the surrender. Look at that. That falls on top of the surrender. This is your ancestors giving you confirmation. Be aware. When this money comes up, there will be temptation to make you surrender like we surrendered. And they're not doing that to press fear against you. They're letting you know. There were people trying to come in with contracts to make you invest in them, and they don't invest in you, and they drain you dry. Where's that? Drain you dry. What's that on the bottom? You need to literally invest your time into what it is that you have your mind set to. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. It is your confirmation. Don't you dare get distracted. Don't you dare do what it is that you... Don't do anything different from the path of what you had your mind set to do. Making music, painting, right? Don't move your mind from what is igniting the passion within inside your soul. Whatever this divine being came here to do, don't do anything differently than that. I don't care what they're telling you they're going to give you. I don't care how much money they're going to give you. There's something in the small print that you're not going to pay attention to. And it will lead to This is your ancestors telling you, dude. I'm trying to tell you, y'all better wake up. You're seeing this message is for you. There's no coincidences. There's sirens in the background. I hope they come up a little closer so y'all can hear it. There is no coincidences. You were born here for a reason. You were called for a reason. You were chosen for a reason to come into this vessel for a reason. Okay. Oh, hold on. Whew. Listen, I can't make this shit up. I wish I had this phone where you can like... Pew. Nevertheless, I'll pick it up for you. Look. Spiritual strength. You see that? You're not here to hold the burdens. You are here for higher consciousness. You are here for spiritual strength in this bloodline and vessel you're living in. You're the strength they prayed for. Look at that. This is you in this vessel like they keep showing you. They keep showing you. Listen, I'm about to show you again. This is you in the vessel. This is you in the vessel. This is you in the vessel. As well as angels with you while you're in the vessel. The divine, whoever it is that you believe in, while you're in the vessel. I'm telling you, man. Baby. Two nines out here. Is that a 9? 2 9s out here. Angel number 99 might be significant. 999 might be significant. Maybe somebody from 915 area code. I don't know if there's a 915 area code, but something like that. Maybe your birthday's on 9/15, or an ancestor's birthday is September the 15th. Or September the 1st. Something like that. Anyways, listen, you need to realize the authority you have in this bloodline. Your authority comes from the higher realms. You're always surrounded by light. Always surrounded by light. Always. Look at that. Pew. Pew. Look at that. You're chosen for a reason. And that's underneath. Your spiritual team telling you, you don't have to defend yourself. You have to focus on your growth. You have the authority to do what it is that needs to be done in this bloodline, but also as well, they got you. There's nothing you need to worry about. Okay? Purple cloak. Royalty, maybe. What archangel? Hold on. I'm about to see what archangel is purple. Hold on. Wait a minute. So, one archangel is Archangel Raphael. Spiritual strength. You're going through healing right now, right? Also, you can be an earth sign. Come on, you slow phone. What archangel represents purple? You hear that? My phone just dinged as soon as I typed that in. How funny. How convenient. Archangel Zat, I'm not going to say right. Zadkiel? It's Zadkil. It's the Archangel of Mercy. Listen. Archangel, hold up. It says Zadkiel, I'm not going to say his name right. Zadkiel will clear any old karma, debts, or negative energy that is holding you back from your true purpose. Hear that? I'm telling you. What else is on here? He also associates himself with the violet flame. He's also the spirit of alchemy. So whatever is going on in your life, when it comes to alchemizing stuff that you need and transmuting what no longer serves you and what doesn't serve your purpose, this archangel comes through hot for you, okay? Listen, and I also need you to truly understand too, right? You need to truly understand these ancestors dealt with people who caused them discontent because they were bored. You deal with people like that too. People who try to condemn you. People who try to spiritually attack you. People, and I promise you, in one of my videos, I mentioned this. Like, these entities that are in this world were bored as fuck before you came into this realm. Bored. But as soon as you came in, you gave them a run for their money. And again, it's not that these ancestors were weak. They're not weak. Very powerful. Okay, but they needed guidance. They needed help. They needed assistance. And you came in this vessel. Okay, look at that. And also, it's giving the energy of these ancestors were also discontent. Running in the same cycle. I asked earlier before I gave this message, is it like they're in limbo? And the divine being was like, it's something like that, but it's not like that. Right? Like, these ancestors were sitting in this realm like, man, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I don't want to be trapped in this anymore. I don't want to be here. Like, I've dealt with this life for so many centuries. You know what I mean? And again, when you came in, like, you woke something up, you shone light into whatever, I don't want to call it limbo, whatever mindset. It's like they trapped their mind into a kind of sort of like a limbo, to where they replayed the same things that happened into their life. And when you were born into this realm, you shine light on them. You shine light on their destiny. You shine light on what it is that you're here to do, and you brought joy. It's like they're turning away because they've been looking at the same scenery over and over, replaying their life over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you brought joy into the reality by just being you, by just being yourself, by just being authentic. Oh my God. Listen, if y'all hit that like button, man, I'm telling you, look at this. You've dealt with betrayal that your ancestors in this bloodline has dealt with, okay? You're liberating them and setting them free and sacrificing yourself to do what it is that needs to be done. Look at that. Because at one point in time, they were. Okay? You're liberating them. You're setting them free. Look at that. That card came back out. Because of who? Look at that. You are not from here. You are not from here. You've come here to plant seeds of the doors of infinite abundance, knowledge, prosperity, wealth, health. But you're not from here. Look at that. You just came here to plant seeds. Look at that. This is why you ain't hanging around the people that you're hanging around. This is why you ain't doing the things you once used to do. Because you have a mission. You ain't from here. You ain't here to be trapped into the illusions. You ain't here to be controlled. You ain't here to be... You came in with authority, spiritual strength for this bloodline. You came in here with material harvest. Look at that. More light. More light. Always connected to the divine. Look at that. Always connected to the divine. And look at this. We already talked about Archangel Zadkiel. Look at that. You got Archangel Raphael, right? You, look at that purple around it. Pume. Pume. purple on you. Pume, pume. And I'm giving you more confirmation. We've already had conversations to where we said, when you come into people's life, you either create change or karma. You are people's mercy, because Archangel Zadkiel works for you, works through you, helps you, leads you, guides you, directs you. You are here to show people what it is that they need to work through. You are here to show people the life that they can obtain. You are here to show people the heaven on earth through the blessing that you are, the energy that you are. But understand this, baby. You never show up alone. You never show up alone. Look at that. Pume. Pume. Never show up alone. Message. Truth. Stop second guessing. This is you in this vessel. You. That's you. Right there. You ain't from here. You ain't from here. From the stars, baby. Heavens. Starseed Earth Angel. You ain't from here. Don't let the vessel fool you. Okay. And I feel like that was your ancestors talking to whoever second guessed your journey. You're a powerful being. You hear me? Powerful. Look at that. Pow. Look at that. Wherever you go, opening the doors of infinite knowledge, infinite prosperity, infinite abundance. What the fuck did I say? Infinite prosperity. You. Prosperity begins with you. In this bloodline you're living in. You. Your hands. Look at that. You. Are those peaches? Oh, we about to look and see what peach means. Hold on. There's got a message. Hold on. We better go see what this means. These are peaches. Hold on. About to see what peach means. Look at the peach. Somebody used to like James and the Giant Peach when they were a kid. Hello, message. Peach. Prosperity begins with you. Peach is immortality, longevity, and divine protection. You are divinely protected. You are immortal. Longevity. Let's look at that definition. Hold on. I'm about to explain this to you, baby. Hold on. Wait. Let's go ahead and get into it. Because I gotta break it down. You hear me? Whenever we do these messages, comes a lesson, baby. We breaking it down. Okay, hold on. Long life of prosperity. It begins with you. Long life of prosperity. Long existence. It begins with you. This prosperity and this bloodline that you're birthing, it's going to be for centuries. With you. Look at that. Peaches. I can't make this shit up. Hold on, look. Hold on. See that? Longevity. Long life. Look at that. We're going to go back to the other one too. Hold on, can I go back? I don't know how to work this phone. Help me out. Damn it. How do you go back? It don't matter. We're gonna go, fuck it. I'm just gonna look it up. And then the peach. Peach. Spiritual meaning. Look at that. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up for you. Look at that. Longevity, immortality, protection. Stop second guessing your mission. You got spiritual strength. You got Archangel Zadkiel, right? Clearing out karma for you, baby. And clearing out karma in this bloodline. And fuck people up who play with you. Why you step into this? Right? This is why you're told. Heal. This is why you're told. Believe in your dreams. Believe in who you are in this vessel. Because what you birth it in is going to last for lifetimes. A door of the infinite. Door of infinite knowledge. Door of infinite abundance. Door of infinite wealth. Door of infinite prosperity. Because of who you are. For the ancestors that were before you and the ancestors after. Okay? Look at that. What did I say? You're here to birth something new that has not ever been birthed in this bloodline or this vessel you're living in. Look at that. More light. Look at that. More tree of knowledge. This knowledge you're bringing in has not ever been in this realm of this bloodline that you're living in. You're bringing in something new. Look at that. And you're healing. Look at that. Archangel Raphael keeps showing up. Boom. Look at that. Look at it. Look. You. Okay. What you want, you little baby? What? What do you want, you little poo? Listen. Tap into your Kundalini energy, your intimacy, the power that relies within you. Okay? Bond and confide in the guidance that is guiding you. Bond and connect to who resides within you. The knowledge, the door of infinite knowledge that you hold. The door of infinite abundance that you hold. Tap into it. Bond with it. Create a relationship with you that resides within this vessel. Bond and create a relationship with those from the higher realms that are leading you, guiding you, directing you, protecting you. Okay. And these ancestors that don't play about you, that you're setting free. Some of the ancestors ain't going to stay because they're like, listen, I'm sick of this place. I'm ready to go. Right? It's not that they don't love you. They're just like, I'm done. Thank you for doing what it is that you've done for me. I'm ready to go rest. There's other ancestors like, shit. We staying. Okay? And again, and the ancestors that want to rest, they're not weak. They're allowed to rest. Okay? You got a whole team behind you. You don't need these ancestors that want to rest. You got a whole team that do not play about you. Okay? Let these ancestors, the ones that you are liberating, that decide to go rest, let them go rest. The ones that decide to stay, listen, let them stay. Okay. Listen. What you're doing is influencing. Look at that. More infinite. Boom, boom, boom. I'm telling you, you're connected to infinite knowledge. Infinite, the doors of infinite. Infinite keeps showing up. You're not understanding. And if you are, this is more confirmation. Look at this shit. Powerful. You hear me? Powerful. Shut up on the bottom. Look. Pew, 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 pew. You were showing the ancestors in your bloodline a different way. through the depths of your awareness that you're tapping into, the knowledge you're bringing into this realm, the authority you're bringing into this realm through this bloodline that you're living in. You're showing your ancestors of this bloodline they are of importance. They are valued. Spirit values them, loves them, cherishes them. They're not in trouble for shit. Nothing. Because the awareness you bring. Okay. And this is underneath surrender, awareness, material harvest, depth. You're connected to every ancestor in your bloodline, past, present, and future. You're the present, ancestors of the past, the ones you deal with in the present, and then the ones in the future. Why do you think you get the information of continuously to tapping into what you're tapping into? Because you're tapping into a future version of yourself. You're tapping into future ancestors that are a part of this prosperity that you're birthing. This divine being that resides within you doesn't abide by time. It is the time. Time travel anytime I want to. Okay. Look at this. This is underneath burdens, higher consciousness, spiritual strength. You're here for the do-over. You're here for the start over. You're here for the new beginning. You're here for the new direction. You're here for the try again. You're showing these ancestors in this bloodline, let go of the burdens. The higher realms heard you. I'm your spiritual strength. I am the generational curse breaker. I am the change. Higher realms heard you. You're not lost. You're the new direction. You. Look at it. Look at this. You're showing. Did I not say that you're not lost? Did I not just say that? Did I not just say that? You're showing your ancestors in this bloodline that they are not lost. Yes, they made mistakes, but they are not lost. Okay, and you're also showing people in this realm the same thing as well. That they can change directions, that they can change their patterns, that they can change their behaviors, that they can get up and try again, that they can go in a new direction, that they were misunderstood, that they were misunderstanding their mission, that they have fell victim to sacrifice. By sacrificing their true mission. That they're not a lost soul. Okay? You're here doing multiple missions. You are a multitasking being. Look at that. You know what's going on. This releasing popped back out. I promise you. You are helping ancestors in your bloodline move on, transition to what you consider heaven, peace. By letting go of these burdens, by stepping into joy, by not staying stuck in this loophole. You're breaking the generational curses of dealing with the spiritual attacks of people who are only attacking you because they're bored. Because they ain't got no excitement in their life. So they're like, oh, here you come. Let me attack this individual. You know, when people talk about themselves, they don't get much noise. When they talk about you, chosen one, they get a whole orchestra. Because you got that weight. Your name carries that weight. But you're here to show up and show out. You hear me? I feel like that was confirmation for somebody. Listen. What I say? This is underneath betrayal, releasing, sacrifice. All this was to create conflict with these ancestors. And even when you first came in, there were some ancestors like, what the fuck is going on? And now they're understanding your mission. Now they know that you're here to set them free. Now they know that you're not against them. You're for them. You're breaking them free. Look at that. And when you step into this energy, people's egos show up. Look at that. When you step into this energy, people's egos show up. Because of what you're here for. Planting seeds. The doors of infinite knowledge that you're obtaining. Because of who you are. But also, side note, because they don't want you to focus on that too much. They don't want your ego to step in the way of what you're here for. They don't want your pride and stubborn patterns to show up of what you're here for. You got a mission. You ain't here to be trapped in the conflict and being different. You know you're different. You know you're not here or of this earth. You know you are from this world or not from this world. You know it. Don't be caught in the conflict. Be a part of your mission. Okay? You're here to liberate these ancestors by doing something different that they didn't do. Okay? Listen. And you ain't got to lust over nothing. It already comes to you. There are people who lust over your energy, who want this life that you have, who lust over the connection to the divine that you have. People want to step into your shoes, and I feel like this is a lot of things where your spiritual team come in like you have big shoes to fill, but only you can fill them. These people can't take what you have. These people can't embody what you're embodying. Divine called you, not them. Yeah, further confirmation. The divine called you, not them. You're here for unity. Okay? And I told you, all these messages we have come across. Me coming up on your For You page. Me coming up on your timeline. The divine being that resides within you is here for unity. This is why they say don't let your pride get in the way. Don't let it go to your head. Don't let it go to your head. Okay? Don't get in the conflict of trying to prove differences to people. This is why they say you've done enough speaking up for yourself. You've done enough. You don't need to prove yourself to nobody. We'll do it for you. Don't get caught in the conflict. Don't get caught in the matrix. Don't get caught in the incompatibility. Don't get caught up in it. Don't let the pride push this blessing of what you came down here to do to the side. This is your mission. Deep love. Unity. Connection. That's your mission. That's your mission. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Everything is working out in your favor. Everything. You don't need to worry about nothing. You don't need to second guess at nothing. You don't need to worry about anything. Okay? Anything that anybody tries to use against you, anything that anybody tries to do to harm you, anybody praying on your downfall, anybody wishing you ill will, anybody trying to do curses, hexes, jinxes on you, it ends with you. It's being put in a coffin. Done. Not working. Not working. Don't work with you because you're chosen. It don't. It works in your favor. It works against them. It works for you. Okay? And I know you be in your mind all the time about your mission, about your purpose, about your destiny. What is it that you're supposed to be creating? Okay? You're an artist. Person that likes to paint, draw. That resonates for somebody. Tap into that more. If you like painting, tap into it more. Like, look, I did this. Okay, of course it was like with stencils and stuff, but I still, yeah. I feel like that's confirmation for somebody. That's confirmation for somebody. Ooh, hold on, wait a minute. Going crazy. Hold on. My phone almost dropped. I feel like that was confirmation for somebody. It's okay. Got a little excited. But, as I was saying, let me get you together. Hold on. There we go. Alright. This is your life. This has been your life in every life. Look at that. No gender specific. That's been you in every lifetime. Okay? This is the energy you carry. This is the energy you embody. This is why they say prosperity begins with you. It has in every lifetime. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new for you. This is just the beginning. Okay? This is just the beginning. But that's you in every lifetime. Okay? Look at it. Great fortune. Those flew out the same time. This flew on top of authority. Great fortune. This is you. Every lifetime. You. Every lifetime. Okay? Stop second guessing your journey. Stop second guessing your powers. Stop second guessing your gifts. Stop second guessing your magic. You're here for a reason. Everything is working out in your favor. Nothing that anybody is doing against you is working. You want a confirmation? Here it is. Straight to the coffin. Straight to the coffin. Okay? Look, Spirit's blessing you down with the gift. You are the gift in this bloodline, but you're also being given a gift. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that's being given to you. Damn, stuff keep falling on the floor. Hold on. This is where you came from. Don't let this fool you. You always came from nothing in every lifetime. Don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. You have a big destiny. Biggin'. And that landed on top of the door to infinite. Knowledge, prosperity, abundance, okay? Don't let where you come from fool you. Okay? Look at that. I gotta say it. Hold on. People lust for what you have. And they want to take it from you. Can't. Not allowed. Won't happen. That keeps coming up. People have tried to destiny swap. People have tried to take your prosperity, your abundance, and your powers, and your gifts, and your magic. Didn't work. people try to embody your energy, and they were taken to court, spiritual court. And the verdict was ruled in your favor every time because of who you are. That's confirmation. Okay. Dang it. I need longer arms. But again, everything is working out for you. You came here to liberate your ancestors. This is confirmation that you're doing it. This is confirmation that everything is working out in your favor. This is confirmation. The intention that you are putting in, the action that you are taking, it is pushing your dreams into launch. Look at that. Pew. Okay. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're working on, the healing and the growing and the elevation that you're doing, the change that you are breaking, the generational curses that you are breaking, it's all working out in your favor. And nothing that anybody is doing to harm you is working. This is why your spiritual team is like, listen, you don't need to defend nothing. Keep growing, keep healing, keep elevating, keep evolving. We got you. 444. We got you. Don't worry about nothing. Storms may bring passion, but not peace. Baby, listen. What they send you only ignites the fuel to your fire. What they send you to break you molds you into who it is that you're supposed to be. It pushes you in your depths. That's why your spiritual team, whoever it is that's leading you, guiding you, directing you, is like, listen, you don't need to defend nothing. Heal, grow, evolve. We got you. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about nothing. You just do the work. You just do the work. Big dreams come to those Big dreams are built by those who do the work. Do the work. Don't focus on this shit. Don't focus on what they're sending you. Protect yourself and do whatever it is that you need to do, but you got a mission here. Don't focus on the bullshit. Don't focus on the conflict. Don't focus on the distraction. Don't focus on what people are trying to push into your energy that you are not destined for, what you are birthed here to do. You are chosen. You are a divine being living in this vessel. You're here to do the work. You're here to tap into this infinite knowledge. You're here to tap into continuously liberating your ancestors free. That's what you're here for. Don't focus on the distraction. Focus on the mission. The authority. The authority. Focus on that. Look at that. You have come back to the start to see what you have missed. Listen, stop beating yourself up for starting over. But also, too, this is why they keep saying it's history and repeat, right? You're living through this vessel and this bloodline that you're living in to start to see what was missed with these ancestors in your bloodline. That's why the fear comes up. That's why the frustration comes up. That's why the anxiety comes up, because you're completing what they didn't complete in their lifetime to show them what they missed and break the generational curse. Okay? I'm telling you, you are dealing with what your ancestors dealt with. And they feel like they made a mistake. They feel like they were misunderstood. They fell victim to the stuff that you almost fell victim to, but you're breaking it. They felt like they were a lost soul. So you're like, all right, let me come into this bloodline. Let me come into this vessel and start where they stopped. Or start from the very beginning where they started and get to where they stopped and break that curse and show them you're not a lost soul. Yes, you were misunderstood. Yes, you fell victim to this. But guess what? Karmic cleansing is here. Authority is here. Growing is here. Okay. You just got to walk through the door. You just got to walk through the door. You. There are many doors that lead you to the place. Hold on, wait. There are many doors that lead you to the place you truly belong. You got many ancestral doors that you are walking through by breaking these generational curses. Many to show you who you truly are. Look at that. Great fortune. I gotta show you this. I can't help it. Oh, I gotta show you this. Okay. This is on top of the joy. Look at that. See the stars floating around there and stuff? Look at that. Look at that. It's the same thing. So joy is not only just regular joy. Joy is also the great fortune that is surrounding your energy. You are the great fortune. You are the blessing. You are the change bringer. You are the way maker. New chapters require a new version of you. You got to break these generational curses. You can't act into your generational curse, bringing in change, being the gift, releasing your ancestors and liberating them. You can't act from the generational curses that you're breaking after you do what it is that you do. And after you break away from the generational curses, you got to step into the true version of you, of who you are. And that's not being controlled and sacrificed by these generational curses. Being in conflict, being in difference with people, being in competitions with people, comparing your journey to other people. You can't be that. Your ancestors done that too. And again, they're not weak. They're not lost souls. Don't take action when there's a feeling of resistance. Remove the confusion with that spirit. There are people from your past, right? From your past that are still in this poverty mindset. Okay? That are still from where you came from. That you want to connect with. Not that you want to connect with, but it's like familiarity. Right? And there's resistance there. There's been resistance. Doors has been closing. Conversations is just like you feel like a stop sign is being put before you when you talk to individuals that are from your past. There's a reason for that. Don't take action when there's a feeling of resistance. So what I'm seeing from that is you're not meant to talk to them. You're not meant to go nowhere with them. You're not meant to meet up with them. And they don't care what it is that's brought up in the situation. Celebrations, funerals, people being born in this world, baby showers. It's like they're telling you, do not take action where there is resistance. People in your past for a reason. People are behind you for a reason. The doors is closed for a reason. You're meant to walk through these doors. The internal doors, not the external doors. You have many layers of truth you need to discover. Like, listen, you need to understand this resistance is for a reason. These divine beings heard what you didn't hear, seen what you didn't see. There's resistance there for a reason. Look at that. Take it how it resonates. You are here to be a part of unity. You can't be a part of unity. You can't be a part of this deep love. You can't be a part of this connection if you're still holding on to what has caused you chaos, poverty mindset, lack, feeling like a lost soul, standing in your pride and your ego, having to constantly keep proving yourself to individuals Keep learning lessons and over and over and over that you've already learned from. Okay? When a new door opens, walk through it and begin it again. You're going in a different direction. Stop looking back. You're going in a different direction. Stop looking back. You can't liberate your ancestors if you're looking back. What you break, broken, move forward. Your ancestors had that pattern too. Really worked on their self-esteem. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You feel bad for people, and that's okay. It just shows you how pure-hearted you are. It shows you that you're not evil. It shows you that you are pure. It shows you that you care about people. You care about humanity. You care about what it is that you came down here to do, your mission. But you can't stay stuck in the same patterns and the same cycles for people you already broke away from. You are here to liberate every avatar in this timeline by being your authentic self. Do you hear these sirens? I hope you do. You have many layers of truth to discover, and that's just not it. You got doors of infinite knowledge available to you. Look at that. You were literally in the Cashapp record library, tapping into the knowledge you're supposed to be tapping into. Okay? This is just only one book. There is many books, many lifetimes you lived. Okay? Ooh. And again, you're not alone. Stop thinking you're alone. You're not alone. Look at that. That is you, the world. You were in the world, right? But you're connected to the stars. Look how many star beings, angels are surrounding you while you're on this planet. You're not alone. There's a train horn blowing. You're not alone. And a crow just crowed. Okay? You're not alone. You have powerful beings who do not play about you. Goddesses and gods who do not play about you. Archangels and guardian angels and ancestors who do not play about you. A train horn just blew. A crow just crowed. An ambulance just went by. Baby, pay attention to these signs. These are your messages. This is your confirmation. Balance is here. You are the balance. You are the new beginning. You need to do the work. You need to do the healing. You need to not carry these burdens your ancestors carried, because when you don't carry them, you break them free. And if you've been wanting to know if you've been doing what it is that you need to do, and if you were in this pattern and this behavior by being your authentic self, this is your confirmation. You're not a failure. Your ancestors are finding out they're not failures either. Through you. Hold on, wait a minute. Quit playing. Everything is working out in your favor. As long as you do the work, as long as you step into what it is that you're meant to step into, as long as you tap into your powers, your gifts, and your magic, there's nothing you need to worry about. You don't need to worry about nothing. Everything is working out in your favor. Okay? Yes, there will be adversities. Yes, there will be challenges, because who the fuck you are. Being chosen ain't easy. Shit. This ain't a game. I mean, people try to fucking sacrifice you. Do you know? This is on top of sacrifice. You know how many people try to sacrifice you? Look at that. This ain't a game. Listen, they keep saying don't stand in your pride and ego. Don't go back to where you came from. Don't go back to this poverty mindset, because I'm telling you, if you don't do your mission, you're to be the only one to blame. You would be the only one to blame for going back to what you were removed out of. You will be the only one to blame. Nobody else but you. You've got the signs. You got the messages. You got the synchronicities. You got the confirmation. Stop going back. Only go back to heal within inside yourself. We're not going backwards. We're going forward. Okay? You are allowed to make mistakes, but that doesn't mean go back to where you came from. Go back to where you've been saved from. Who you've been saved from. We're not going backwards. You've already got the confirmation you needed when it comes to those situations, people, places, and things. And if you do, you will have nobody to blame but yourself. I ain't gonna go easy on you. I'm gonna tell you exactly what Spirit told me to tell you. Okay? Because I love you. You have a purpose. I'm not gonna go easy on you because I love you. Okay? Listen, I told you, these relationships you've been in, thievery. They want your destiny and your journey. And this is however it resonates for you. Okay? Don't regret anything. These individuals are already in the stage of regret. These individuals already know they fucked up. These individuals know exactly what they done. You don't need to explain shit. You don't need to explain nothing. The old you used to defend yourself. The old you would cuss, yell, scream, holler to prove your point. Listen, you are being told to go within and grow and heal and evolve. Let Spirit speak for you. You don't need to prove shit. Nothing. This is why you're being told not to go back. Because what's going to happen? Old you's going to come back out. Old patterns and behaviors is going to come back out. And you're going to stop yourself from this. That part of poverty, defending yourself and doing whatever it is that you used to do when it comes to these generational curses, that part of that generational curse has been put to sleep for a reason. Leave it in the coffin. Leave it there. Leave it. Leave it asleep in the coffin. You don't need to regret nothing. Okay. Everything is working out in your favor. You are doing exactly what it is that you need to do. You've been doing exactly what it is that this divine being, you, inside this vessel, has been told to do, has been guided to do, because it's already seen it before it came in this vessel that you're living in. Pay attention to the messages. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the resistance when it's given to you. When you feel that feeling like, let me not listen to it. Pay attention. Hone into it. You are liberating your ancestors by being your authentic self, by going against what they done, because you're liberating them. Respect the spirits of whatever practices that you are engaging in. But you're not meant to do the full set practice. Just pieces of it. Okay? Stop being hard on yourself. You're here birthing something new. You're doing something that no one in this bloodline has ever done. Through you. Okay? Everything is working out in your favor. Don't give up on yourself. Keep growing. Keep growing. Keep elevating. Keep evolving. You are not alone. You are not a failure. Balance is here. There's nothing that you need to worry about. You being chosen, there will be adversities. There will be challenges because of the calling that you have over your life. This is not easy, and this damn sure ain't your first rodeo. Okay? But you ain't to be played with. Okay? And if nobody's told you, I love you. If nobody's told you today, I love you. Confirmation. 1:11 on the clock. Okay? Keep going.